Presenting this bird to you, but I want you to think of what black vultures do. They live out in the wild and they eat dead animals. They are nature's sanitation engineers. We have found that they're highly intelligent and actually pretty entertaining. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you Igor, our black vulture. Come on out, Igor. Igor, black vulture.
Huzzah!
And as she is a vulture, I do suggest that when she is near, that you look alive. For these birds do go out and pick up dead animals. That sounds kind of yucky, doesn't it? But if these birds weren't out there doing that job, imagine an animal is sick or diseased. It could spread disease to other animals. But by the vultures eating those animals, they're keeping the spread of disease to a minimum. Vultures are a very important part of a healthy environment. In fact, they're even immune to anthrax, botulism, or even rabies. Okay, Igor, let's have a little flight to the back. Good job, Igor. Igor was donated to us by a rehabilitation center near Galveston, Texas. The people were out hiking and they found a baby bird on the ground. They thought it would make a nice pet. Do you think this bird would make a nice pet?
Yeah.
No, of course not. And when they did this, they were breaking the law when they picked this bird up out of its nest and brought it home. And it was almost too late for Igor. You see, they didn't feed her very properly, and she was very, well, suffering from malnutrition.
Schedule?
Where are you going? Look alive there in the front. Come on back up here, Igor. Come on back up here. You're looking for John. He's over there. He's over there. There you go. Well, when they brought Igor home and they raised up Igor, Igor became imprinted to people. Igor forgot that she's a vulture. She thinks she's one of us. And consequently,
all right, what's French fries in the front row?
Come on back up here, Igor. Consequently, she can't be released back into the wild. So she'd be doing the same thing she's doing now. She'd be flying down to people that didn't know her. She'd go to a schoolyard, chase down your kids, and steal their lunch. She'd get in all kinds of trouble, but it does teach us an important lesson. If you do find injured wildlife, by all means, be sure to get them to a licensed rehabilitation center. They afford the best chance of getting birds like this back into the wild where they belong. So the next time you see vultures along the highway, do what we do. Slow down and give them a break. They deserve it. This is Igor, the black vulture. Let's see if she'll go ahead. Go home. Go home, Igor. You don't want to go home? Not yet? I think somebody had a lot to eat this week. Oh, okay. You can stay out. Because I'm going to bring out another vulture, a bigger vulture. In fact, it's got a 10-foot wingspan. We're going to walk her right through here. Walk her right through here. So you might want to spread a path. But I'm speaking of is also an endangered species. It's called the Andean condor. With a 10-foot wingspan, it makes her one of the largest flying birds in the world. In 1982, the population of California condors was down to just 22 birds. It looked like they would go extinct unless something was done. At that time, it was looking like the birds would completely disappear. And a good friend of ours wrote a song about the California condor. At this time, I'd like to present Mr. Eddie Jeff Cahill, who will perform the Condor at the Western Gate while we're preparing our Condor to come on stage. Mr. Eddie Jeff Cahill.
Above the storm, with dreams begin and prayers are born. Sadly wasn't just me, they just told. How somewhere below spirit calls. Through the blinding snow a feather falls and gently touches down on the soul. Oh, the stunning of the nation, oh, the death of all creation, and the joys that we are facing as we stand here for the toe. Oh, and anyone who's heard the songbird sing, we've seen the condor on the wing, in our stead. However, it surprised me. You like the hat?
Yay!
He's a fashion critic now.
We'll see you back in the bird.
What time is it?
15 after 12.
Times like this where I'm glad I am recording.
Here he comes again.
The Igor Show.
I feel bad for the guy.
She's not marrying him, that's it.
I feel bad for the guy. This is supposed to be his part of the show.
Man never wheel with the broken spoke. The gate of progress was another bird. Hallelujah, I'll pick up it's the iron fist with the golden goose. Oh, my late propheting down earth. Hallelujah, the nation. Oh, the death of all creation. And the joys that we are facing as we stand here toe to toe. Oh, anyone who's in the corner sing, the see the condor on the wing, in our sing, let it snow. How our man may face eternal fate. The condor rides the western gate, untamed, uncaged, untarnished. Grandfather Christ, there's a blinding light in the western sky. Hey, the condor's gone, forever comes again. Living as a nation, oh, the death of all creation. That's the choice that we are facing as we stand here toe to toe. Oh, and anyone who's in the songbird sing, see the condor on the wing, and I'll say they didn't know. There's the stunning of the nation, oh, the death of all creation. That's the joy we are facing as we stand here toe to toe. Oh, and anyone who's in the songbird sing, see the condor on the wing.
Nice job.
Then I'll say they didn't know.
I like him, he's backing up. He just keeps backing up, just in case.
Then I'll say didn't know.
Oh.
Thank you.
Huzzah!
This is Storm. Storm is our Andean condor. She's been coming to their festival for some 13 years. Andean condors were instrumental in helping to save a bird called the California condor. California condors were facing extinction, and it looked like they might disappear. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service came up with a bold plan. Their plan was to capture the remaining California condors with the hopes of getting them to nest in captivity. But before they captured the birds, they wanted as much information as possible. They studied Andean condors that were in zoos. And by studying these birds, they learned that they're very slow at reproduction. They do not mature until they're 7 or 8 years of age. And then when they nest, they only lay 1 egg every 2 years. So saving the California condor was going to be quite the challenge. But because they did this over 40 years ago, today there are over 400 California condors that have nested in captivity. They have actually started a whole new colony of California condors in the Grand Canyon, where you can see condors once again soaring right above your head. In fact, for the first time in over 40 years, California condors are once again nesting in the wild.
Yay.
So, lords and ladies, lads and lasses, this is Storm. She's our Andean condor from South America, the national bird of 6 different countries. If you went to Ecuador, Peru, Chile, Colombia, Bolivia, or Argentina, you'd see this bird as its national symbol. A bird we should never say goodbye to is the condor. Wouldn't you agree?
Whoa.
They never bring him out.
They always bring.
Always the vulture, never the condor.
Ladies, we
No,
are
they usually bring out the condor.
Earthquake.org. We're a
It's the last act.
nonprofit organization. If you liked our message and liked our program, please help support our artist, Mr. Eddie Jeff Cahill. You can take him home with you. He's got CDs over there. As well, visit our Faire
I like how
house.
I
If you'd
like how
to
he's
make a contribution,
just
we
picking
have
up the bone.
birdhouses, and we have baskets, couple dollars, quarters, really goes a long ways. If you have a 20, just hold it up. One of us will fly to you.
There she is.
Thank you very much. You've been a wonderful audience.
Huzzah!
Coming to our
No,
third
we've
parade
never
with
given
us.
him anything.
Thank you.
It only usually we come in and stuff. Have we?
Yeah.
Oh,
Couple
Storm,
bucks here and there.
that was very exciting. Thank you, Mr.
They are beautiful, aren't they?
Flying by the hat of your pants.
He's a pretty bird.
Oh my goodness, it got overcast. Yes. If it starts to rain, don't worry. We'll just have a group baptism. They're all Catholic now. We wait for them. Right this way to the nun show, filling songs from the sisters. Come on in, people, nun show counts for church. Yeah, here they come. Yes, we always say that. We say the nun show counts for church. We're still talking about getting cards you can punch holes out of. Works for coffee. And then also, if you come in, you get a free sin. I know, pretty handy. I don't know if you've noticed, there's a lot of temptation in this festival. Come on, people, men in tights. My velvety purple example. Let's see. Oh, and all the Celtic weekend. It gets breezy, challenging for nuns. Kilts in the wind. All they are is kilts in the wind.
I'm gonna sit over there. I'm gonna
song called Dust.
Breezy
I'm
Celtic
gonna sit
weekend.
over there so I can get a better angle.
What else is tempting? Oh, the eating, of course, and the drinking, and then the women with the who and the haw and the hey. Oh, yeah, always is on the lookout for that. Honestly, if you haven't seen a lady dressed that way, you will by the end of the day. It's a Renaissance Fair fashion. You'll see it at any Renaissance Fair across the country. And I always tell people that once you get over the shock of it, you should take a good look. I'm serious, it's impressive. It's like architecture for clothing. It's structural. There are beams for support in there. I've seen some ladies done up so well, I'm like, well, she needed a building permit to put that on. Like a balcony. Ladies dressed that way will come up and talk to me after the show. I get really nervous because all I can think about is that there's a lot under pressure. It's like a kid, I'm going to have to duck. I always wonder, too, if you had to get dressed all by yourself wearing something like that. Is there a special tool like... I asked that question this morning, and a lady dressed that way in the front row said, there is a tool. His name is Jeff. There's a tool in my toolbox. I'm a nun. Nun show, right this way to the nun show, nun show, nun show, nun show, nun show. She loves doing that. It's her favorite thing. All right, I have these silly songs I like to do at the top of the show. I do them because they give me a sense of who's in the audience. You'll see us, hey, Mother, where are you going?
I like these. I'm going to watch. Can I sit next to you? Sure. Are you Catholic? No. Scoot over, non-Catholic lady. Non-Catholic lady.
Mother Redemption. You can't pick on the non-Catholic.
I do. Why do I?
Yes, that wasn't very nice. You make non-Catholics feel bad.
No.
You can't do that now.
I won't. I'm sorry. Did I make you feel bad? See?
Oh, you guys are careful about it. Come on, 16th century England, not a good time for nuns. Catholics roasting on an open fire.
Nice, non-Catholic lady. I love you. I'm bridging the gap.
Do that. You bridge the gap. Okay, now I admit that these songs are odd, but they do give me information. See if you get it, I know how old you are. Demographics. Wait, try this one. It's similar. Nun-cho, nun-nun-nun-cho. Oh, wait, I gotta do something the kids will get. I hate leaving the kids out.
I know.
Those songs are old. They wouldn't get them.
No.
I'm noticing the kids don't always get the jokes. I'm noticing the kids don't always know what we are. They look at us and they're like, what are they, beekeepers? If you look at there aren't as many nuns around as there used to be.
That's true. We're a giant breed, people.
I know. We've become exotic. I didn't see that coming.
Hey, non-Catholic lady, they've got this endangered species list. Be on there.
These faggots will like their mating habits.
This is a children's show.
That's beautiful.
Laugh it up, people.
Anyway, all right. I'm thinking the kids will get this as sort of old and new. Na 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 na.
Nun show.
How about this one? It's classic. We're off to see the nun show, the wonderful nun show of all. There's no place like Rome. That leads into the all-time favorite silly song. I talk about getting rid of it, but when I don't do it, someone who's seen the show before gets mad at me.
That is true.
I'm stuck doing it.
You are doing
it. Nun show, come see the nun show, come see the nun show, come see the nun. Help me, Obi-Nun Kenobi, you're my only hope. That's the part people like so much. Wait, I have one in the genre of Wild Kingdom. Oh, goody. Na-na-na-nun show, na-na-na-nun show.
Boom, boom.
There's more. It's a visual. I noticed that when I take my veil and I hold it up like this, I look a lot like those lizards that run.
Let it go.
I wish I could do this with my legs. Now, Mother and I have silly songs that we do together. We do. Mother and Sister Philomena, Mother and Sister Philomena, Mother and Sister Philomena, hey, nanny, nanny.
Protest.
I have to say "huh" very often. It's kind of a weird nun treat. Huh.
We have songs that are works in progress.
Here's one. Nun, 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 nun.
How about this one? Carry on my wayward.
You are married to God's son.
Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you pray no more.
I whip my veil back at That would be convent, for those of you who don't spell.
C-O-N-V-E-N-T, find out what it means to me. C-O-N-V-E-N-T, convent, convent. Ow! Looks like something on a dashboard.
Do we have any Jewish friends out there?
Nun show, come see the nun Okay, it always helps us to get a sense of the audience. How many of you have seen our show before? Raise your hands.
Me.
Nice. Welcome back. We like to call you repeat offenders. Welcome new people. Show us your armpits.
We're working on what we're going to call our fans. It's either going to be nun heads, nunions. I like that one because it sounds like a fun snack. Or nun nuts.
No.
Mother Redempta doesn't like the last one. She says it sounds too much like a Scotsman on a cold day.
Don't think about it for too long. Let it go.
Hey, who's Catholic? Do we have Catholics here? Raise up your hand.
Wow, they travel in packs.
Who here went to Catholic school?
Everybody in the back.
Make them nervous. Is it this? I don't use it. It's just standard issue.
You're all
Wait, Catholics, you know the Catholic gang sign? Oh, yeah. Oh,
Thanks a lot for the need to. We're here all day.
Okay, now, you see how many Catholics there are? There aren't, well, there's a lot, but not everybody's gonna be Catholic. We don't mind, we love you all. But we get nervous that non-Catholics might not get our jokes. So we always do this thing we call Catholic Humor 101. It's just the old jokes to see how we'll do together. Okay, oldest one I know. How do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it.
Mary,
That's the baseline joke right there.
all right, try this one. Why do you get if you mix holy water and prune juice?
Right.
A religious movement.
It's a good sign. How do you make three nuns curse? You make the fourth one kneel. Bingo! That one's extra free.
What do you call the nun that lives upstairs? None of the above. What do you call a sleepwalking nun? A Roman Catholic. What do you call a rabbi who lives in a monastery?
What?
A schmunk. What do you call a priest in nun's clothing? A transistor. What do you call a nun in a wheelchair? Urgent mobile. Yay for me.
All right, everybody. We start our show with a song. It's a particular song we use trying to get the audience together.
We like to get you revved up and in a nunny mood.
If we can. The way that we do that is we put a part for you in the song, but it's really easy. Yeah. Can you do this? Elbows up like this?
Come on, everyone. It feels great to hear those suckers out together.
Now do this and sing along. Very good. You can't stop. Now when we point at you that's when you do your part.
Right.
Any low-cut blouse, ladies, you're exempt.
Oh!
No, it's just that earlier today we had a button-do fluid. Oh, it's terrible. The poor lady got all discombobulated.
All right, here we go. God loves a cheerful giver. Give it all you've got. He likes to see you squirming when you're in an awkward spot. So when God decides to test you, that's the time to dance and sing. Praise God. To praise Him is a joyous thing.
Da-da-do-do, 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 da-da-do-do,
You look good.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right. Now, the Lord spoke unto Abraham, said, sacrifice your son.
Now, any average mortal man might weep and feel quite glum.
But Abraham knew better. His faith in God had shined.
And just in time, the Lord spoke up.
Just kidding, never mind.
Cheerful giver, give it all you've got. He likes to see you squirming when you're in an awkward spot. So when God decides to test you, that's the time to dance and sing. Praise God. To praise Him is a joyous thing.
da-da-do-do, 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 da-da-do.
What lady can't you trick you?
Yay!
Now, the Lord spoke to that couple in the garden, so it's told.
Don't eat the fruit that's from that tree, 'twould make you much too bold.
A serpent came to Eve one day, and they began to feud.
They ate the fruit and then exclaimed,
Oh my God, we're nude! Oh, God loves a cheerful giver. They go get it!
people, you know apple, tree of knowledge.
Yeah!
Read the Bible.
Read the Bible, folks!
God decides to test you, that's the time to dance and sing. Praise God.